Hey, what's going on? This is James, and to start the conversation, I like to talk about pop culture topics, world events, so we can live better in harmony to future generations by talking about these topics. Right now, I want to talk about Molly Moon's handmade ice cream in Capitol Hill. In July, she wasn't allowing any law enforcement officers with weapons inside of her shop due to the current police state and things like that. And my opinion for that is prejudice. We cannot allow prejudice to continue to happen. This is important for the future because if we keep looking at all people of the same demographic or the same background or the same job description in the same way, it's a prejudice element to that. She's looking at officers. She's upset that a man of color or a citizen got killed at the hands of a police officer, and now she's saying that she doesn't want to let any armed officers inside of her ice cream shop. That's prejudice. You're basically saying that police officers are bad, or you're upset at all police officers for the actions of one. That's the same thing as me saying that all Caucasians are daredevil because of the show Jackass. Or like I said in previous videos, it's like saying all Mexicans are in drug cartels because of one. Or it's like saying all white boys like to skateboard because you hardly ever see a black guy skateboarding. It's a prejudice. We've got to stop being prejudiced at certain people for how they look, what they wear, and things like that. Just because other people are the same way or have done the same things, we have got to give people the benefit of the doubt just because it's fair. Looking at someone because they have on a police officer's uniform and saying, oh my God, he's bad, he's a bad person. No, not all police officers are bad. Not all of them. Probably 10% of the force is. I was on the freeway yesterday, matter of fact, state trooper, live in Washington State. He was behind me and he was staying behind me, and there was no one else around me, and he ended up tailgating me. He wanted me to move. He ended up tailgating me. He was probably about 2 feet behind me, and he ended up tailgating me, and I ended up moving out of the way because he was about 2 feet from my bumper. And I'm thinking in my head that this is the reason why people don't like cops right now, is because you're doing dumb stuff right now. So, that being said, we gotta stop being so prejudiced just because of uniform. I didn't hate the whole police force or the whole state trooper force for that. I didn't like him for that. We've got to think about what we're putting out into the world with our actions and with how we behave ourselves. Being prejudiced towards anybody isn't right because another person did something to you or someone you know, or a national case is going on. Prejudice stops when we look in the mirror and when we treat everyone as equals until they do something wrong. Love you guys.